Hey guys, this is Master 595, and look who's back after a week. Actually, more than a week and a day, without making any reviews or videos. Well, I'm back now, and as you can see, you can probably guess what this is gonna be. And you know who this is, too. It's Enos. And it's time for his review. And for some reason, Enos does not seem to be looking as focused on this camera as the other frogs and turtles do. That's a little bit better, but yeah, that's better. Okay, so, yeah, let's just get into his overall looks. Okay, so he's a country pig, and, he does look country-ish. Not the most country, but he's somewhat country, so he has his straw hat up here. It's a really good straw hat. It's not messed up. It's not falling off. I'm going to make sure that it's a really good straw hat. I don't want it to get messed up or anything. And then here's his glasses. I don't know if those are supposed to be sewed on there or if you can lift them up, but I like how I can lift mine up so I can see his eyes like that. But yeah, his glasses there. Here's his red bandana kind of thing on him, and there's his banjo, and there's his belly button, and there's a string that's supposed to be attached to the banjo, but it's not. It's off. You can tell, but I don't care. So yeah, string there. But for the overall looks, it is pretty country. I wouldn't say it's the most country, but it is pretty country. So I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. Okay, so I think you know what's next. You've seen so many of them that you don't even want me to still be saying so what's next anymore, but I still do because there could be newcomers on here. I mean, I did just get 2 other subs, so they may have not seen the other reviews, so they don't know what's next. Well, I'll tell them right now that it is the looking condition. And we already have one of those, and that's right here. The banjo's off here, so that's already something. It's not really anything much, though, so I'm only going to take 1 point off of it to a 9 out of 10. He doesn't have any other strings on him, from what I can see. I'm not going to count the red cheek thing. Like, if one country pig doesn't have as much of a red cheek look than the others, I mean, I can't really do anything about that because it just depends of, like, how old that particular country pig is. I mean, a couple that I have more of a red cheek, like my koi, while my honky tonk pig and this one, they a little bit do, but honky tonk definitely, you cannot see it that well. Well, her real name is Maybell. I'm predicting, because you remember my theory video, but this guy, yeah, you can see his red cheeks somewhat, but that doesn't really count. So this is still just going to be at a 9 out of 10 for looking condition, because he didn't have any battery corrosion or anything. So that's really it, because, you know, the hat's fine and everything, so yeah. Okay, so I think you all know what's next. It's pretty obvious for anyone that's, you know, been watching all of these. And, well, I think we can all say together, actually, no, let's let Enos say what's next, because he knows what's next. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the, what is that thing called again? Oh, yeah, my working condition. That'll be really good. And yes, guys, it is the working condition. And he is actually not being sarcastic. He will work pretty good because, look at this. I basically have the best working Enos. So if you can see that right there, I mean, he's really fast. He's really fast. He still is fast. I mean, you remember that clumsy Enos video. I still have it on YouTube, but he was really fast then. He's still really fast now, so he doesn't waste that much power for batteries or anything. which I'm surprised because of how fast he's moving. His head moves a lot, his arm moves a lot. This easily has to be the best working Enos on YouTube, I think. Well, from a Gemmy collector. But even still, I think this Enos is the best Enos on YouTube. Even those videos of just Enos in stores or just from a long time ago. This one is still the best, I think. And I'm sure you guys agree because I have a really good Enos. But I need to stop bragging about how good my Enos is and actually say the score for the working condition. So, of course, it'd be a 10 out of 10 if there wasn't this, Okay, so yes, of course, for it moving this fast, there's definitely a noise you can hear. Because of how fast it's moving. It's not really a gear noise this time, because it's working perfectly. It's moving so fast that, yeah, a lot of noise. You can even hear it while it's singing, so, yeah. And the funny thing is, my country pigs that I have, they're pretty loud country pigs. And it's funny that you can still hear that noise, and it's just because of how fast it moves. So, yeah, but just because of that, I'm going to put it to a 1 point off. So, working condition, 9 out of 10. So, he's doing really good so far. He's doing a really good job, so this is really good for him. So, there is one thing left. One thing that none of us can forget about a country pig or a Gemmy item ever. Something that we always have in the reviews, and even if I'm gone for a week and a day, you still know what it is. You always know what's next and what's last, and I think you'll always know for the rest of your life, and even after my channel disappears, which will probably be when my life ends. But you'll always remember. Do you know? I think you know. It's the speaker, of course. How can we forget about the speaker? Okay, so, the speaker. The speaker. Let's listen to him again. That is pretty loud. That is a pretty loud pig right there. Not the loudest, but it's pretty loud. This is definitely solid number 2 on my loudest pig list. We know what number 1 is. We really don't need to try to guess what that is. We all know what it is. But he's pretty loud, so that's really good for him. He's 10 out of 10 right now. And, of course, there's that little bit of that arm noise, so I'm going to have to put it in a 9 out of 10. But is it clear? Yes, it actually is. And, is it loud? Well, yes, it's loud. But it feels like something's missing. It's not like he'd be a 9 out of 10, would he? Wouldn't be that high. Well, I actually would put him up there if there wasn't this to deal with him. And it was something that happened in his back times. Back in, like, 2014. And I'm gonna count it just because it happened a lot then. But I saved it for here. He gets stuck. He used to get stuck. Doesn't get stuck now because of how fast he moves. But when his batteries were a little lower, he was a little bit stuck. Because of that, I'm gonna have to put it at a 7 out of 10 instead of a 9 out of 10. Just because it did that back then. And it will do that again when the batteries are lower. So, there is that. But he's still 7 out of 10, and that's still good. So, yeah, good Enos. 7 out of 10. And speaker, that'd still be 9 out of 10. So, yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching this piggy video, and peace.